Sell Boy Army. How are we doing today? Hope you had a spicy weekend. Hope you got some great weekend league results. Let me know in the comments how your weekend league gone. Have you got some of the best results you've ever had? So many people in the comments on the videos lately, Twitter, Instagram messages, Twitch have been coming into my stream telling me that the videos have really been helping and that they're getting some of the best results ever. That really does mean a lot to me, and your support, guys, really does mean everything. Today's video is going to be a spicy one. I've done all my research. I've looked at all the players under 250k, and I've picked out the best value ones in every position. We'll be going on Xbox prices, and it'll be under 250k, and we'll be picking as if it's like a 4-2-3-1. I've picked all the players that I know fit this game to a T. They suit the meta, and if you get them, they will do an amazing job, especially at the price. Next video in the series will be 500k, but we've really upped the level this time. We was at 100k before. The players under 250k, I was actually amazed at some of the players that are available at that price. So you want to stick around to the end of the video to make sure you see all the positions and pick up some bargains for your team. I finished 27-1 with this team this week. I beat a 30 mil team with a guy was 21-0 when I beat him. His team's very good, but still get comfortably out teamed a lot of the time. I really like the team though. On Xbox, I went 27-2. I lost out in the 29th game because I was winning 1-0, and then the YouTube app popped up on my Xbox, and I got a DC, so I've missed out on top 100 rewards for the second time in 3 weeks because of a DC. And if anyone doesn't believe me, it was all on stream. And if you've never watched my stream, link in the description below. Make sure you get involved. Great community over there at Twitch, but we might be getting someone's top 100 rewards still to open on the channel. But let's get into the video. We'll start with the keepers. I mean, when we're looking at under 250k, we're almost at the point where you almost can afford any keeper in the game, but it's pretty much only the Moments Icons keepers that you can't really afford at this point. But I think from all the keepers I've seen played against used, that this team of the season Alisson is the best keeper. He's unreal. I got him as a red pick on the PS account. His stats are crazy, but what stands out for him compared to some of the other keepers is that whilst all the other keepers have the similar keeping stats, his speed off the line is insane, and in one-on-ones, the amount of times that this Alisson makes crazy one-on-one saves because he just catches the opponent off guard because he's so fast. It's just insane. For me, he's the best keeper in the game so far. Ter Stegen is probably the best out-and-out shot stopper. I just don't think he's quite as good as this Alisson, simply because he doesn't quite have the speed off the line, but he's still unreal. He has these crazy animations that just make Ter Stegen stand out. And with that 4-star weak foot, his kicking and distribution is actually pretty nice. I don't think Van der Sar is as good as either of these guys, and the 89 Van der Sar is actually better than the 91, but he's more expensive than 250k, so we've put the prime in. And if you want an icon keeper to link your team in, or you want to like get Delit Van Dijk in, this Van der Sar is probably the best one under 250k. Van der Sar 6'6", I think, yeah, and tall, makes a lot of crazy saves, but I just don't think he has as good animations as Stegen or Alisson. Some people disagree with these. Keepers out of any position in the game seem to be the most Marmite, that people either love them or hate them, but for me, those are my opinions on that. Let's go to left back. Okay, we're already getting into some of the, like, for the defenders, we're already getting into some of the best players in the game. It's crazy. This series progresses and we get to 500k and million. I think it's more that we'll start to look at the attackers a bit more in depth. But on left back, this Robertson, bar his weak foot, is insane. You could have a bit more strength from the weak foot, but he's under 250k. He's Premier League, links to Liverpool players, and Liverpool have lots of great players on this game. He's insane value. He's one of the best players in his position, and he's under 250k. Okay, it's a fullback, but he's unreal, and he's that good on the ball. You don't notice the weak foot too drastically. Theo Hernandez, he's not as good on the ball as Robertson, but he has skill moves which I don't really care that much about. But he has 4-star weak foot. He's not as good on the ball, and his passing's not quite as good as Robertson's with a vision or long pass. However, he's also French. Serie A, not quite as good as Prem, but French is really good nationality to be. There's a lot of great French players. He's like 150k, and he's one of the best physical left backs or full backs in the game. So this guy's a beast, and I used him for quite a few weekend leagues and liked him. And then Ricardo Pereira, every one of his cards is great value. He just plays really well in game. 4-star weak foot. This is his shapeshifter one, which is left-footed. Leicester have a few very good players that you can link to his Portuguese, Premier League. Very good on the ball, got the good physical with an anchor. He's an unreal left-back, and for me, just very good value. He's not much over 100k now. We're at the point now where every single player on these lists fits the meta to a T and are brilliant. I'm not really having to stretch too far to find players because there's so many good options. Right back, Wan-Bissaka. A bit like Robertson, his issues is weak foot. He is unreal though physically. Like that physical stats, especially when you put a sentinel on, because you don't need any pace because he's already rapid. He's just an animal. I don't like him as much as Trent. Trent's going to be in the next video, I think, but because Trent's just a bit better going forward and on the ball. But this Wan-Bissaka is still a beast. Physically and defensively, one of the best defenders I've used. We got him in the untradeable Prem SBC on this account. Semedo, his gold card's crazy. Like his gold card is honestly really good. He's got the pace, great on the ball, decent weak foot, 4-star skills, very good physically, good defending stats, lots of good links in Barca and La Liga. Great card and really good value. Cancelo, I don't think he's quite as good as the other two cards, but he has very good links, obviously, being Premier League. I still like him a lot and rate the card. He's very good on the ball, just not quite as physical as some of the other ones, but he's barely 100k and obviously has great skill moves and weak foot. And if you want to link like a De Bruyne in, he's a very good option. Okay, we're at the centre-backs now. Okay, Rijkaard, he's not as good on paper as some of these other guys, but he's got great weak foot, and I don't know, he's got 90 composure. I don't normally care about composure at centre-back, but he does just feel in-game really good on the ball. His dribbling stats aren't bad for a centre-back, they're not great, but he just feels really good in-game. I don't know why, but I just really like this card. I don't think he's as good as the other centre-backs I'm going to show you, and he's more expensive, but he's an icon link and one that will play well. Mukiele is the meta to a T, this card. Rapid, great physicals with an anchor. He has 98 strength, 95 aggression. Very good on the ball, very good passing, high defending. He's one of the best value players in the game right now, arguably. French, Bundesliga, with some great Bundesliga cards out, can strong link to Upamecano. He's amazing, this card, and he has a great dynamic image to go with it. Van Dijk, he's like 150k now. He's still a beast. He's just not quite as quick and as good on the ball as some of the more elite centre-backs now, but he's still pretty elite in game. He still feels an absolute beast, and he still has this ridiculous gravity field around him where he just gets the ball and does stupid stuff. I love this card, but I hate to play against him. And if you hate to play against centre-back, that means he's probably pretty good. Lucas Hernandez, very good. Skill moves if you like that. Centre-back, want to do an Elastico. Okay, weak foot. Very good on the ball. Physically a beast. If you put an anchor on him, he's pretty quick, but with 99 aggression, which is amazing, and very solid all-round defending stats. He's not as good as some of the top centre-backs, but he's barely 100k. French Bundesliga. Some very good links in there. And then Soyuncu, he is like a bit of a better Luis Felipe that we saw yesterday. Prem, strong links to that Pereira. He's barely 100k. Quick, insane physical, so you can just put a shadow on him. So he's really quick. I used this card, I had him red pick. A very good card, and if you need a cheap centre-back for the Prem, who's still a beast, Soyuncu's your man. Okay, we are going to the CDMs. I'm not doing centre mids in this video because I'm just talking about the 4-2-3-1. Because for me, that's the meta formation. We start with Kroos. This guy, he's a little bit clunky, and he doesn't have insane aggression, but he's got the weak foot that we love. Like, that weak foot's huge. 5-star weak foot is massive on this game. He's not that slow. With an anchor, he's still pretty quick, and that boosts his physicals a lot. His shooting's amazing at CDM. He's very clinical. His passing is like, I don't think there's a better passer on the game than him. The team of the season, De Bruyne might be up there, but this Kroos, I think there's not really anyone better at passing. He's got the 99 short pass, long pass, insane vision, great curve. He still feels good on the ball. Like, his agility lets him down slightly, but he's so strong as well. that with 94 dribbling, 99 reaction ball control, he still feels good on the ball. And that 99 composure is always nice. Very, very good defending stats. Like, this Kroos is a lot better than I anticipated. I thought EA would do him dirty like they normally do. I still wish he was a bit quicker, a bit more agile, a bit more aggression, but he's a fantastic card, and he's like 200k. With some of the links to Real Madrid players in La Liga, he is insane value, and he can link to some of the Bundesliga players. A fun card to use, a bit different to most cards in the game, and very good. Gattuso, again, a lot of the icons I recommend won't be quite as good as some other players, but they give you that icon chemistry. This Gattuso, he's not the best on the ball, but his passing is still good. He's not the quickest, but his defending and physical stats are insane. He has 95 plus on all the key defensive stats. Heading doesn't really matter, and then he's got insane physicals. I'd probably be putting an engine on him, but for the cost of this card, like 150, 200k I think it is, for like a moment's icon who's pretty usable and links to some good players. There's an Italian player coming up that you'd be able to link this guy in with. He's honestly really good value. Fernandinho, again, one of the best value players in the game. 150k for a Man City Premier League Brazilian midfielder who suits the meta. Good on the ball, not the quickest, which is one of the reasons he's cheap. Insane physicals, insane defending, and very good passing. He's not the best at shooting. His shooting pace, lack of skill moves, slightly low his price, and he's not got the massive big body type. But at his price, he's still stupidly cheap, and I don't get why he's that cheap. If this card was free 400k, I would still recommend him as good value. Casemiro, basically Fernandinho, but with a lot less pace, but better physically, a bit better defending. Maybe, I don't know. I think Casemiro's not quite as good as Fernandinho, but he's got good links still as well, and he's got more physical. Fernandinho's the better card though, but this Casemiro's like 100k. And then Tielemans, I think this guy's around 100k now. Links to some of the Leicester players we've talked about. For a long time, he was one of the best value options in the game. I still think he's really good. This card is basically a worse version of Kroos, but he has the skill moves, but not quite as good links. He's not as quick as Kroos, shooting's not quite as good, passing's not quite as good, dribbling's not quite as good, and then physical defense. Everything, he's basically a B-Tech Kroos. Kroos is quite a bit better, I think, but this Tielemans, if you need a cheap CDM in the Prem, he will still do bits for you. We're going to the cams. I was only going to do 3 options per position, but because there's so many good options and I want to give you guys a variety of choices in different leagues as much as possible, that's what we're doing. We're giving you more options now. Neymar, 5-star, 5-star. He's the best non-special card in the game, best gold card in the game. He's rapid. With a Deadeye, his shooting becomes fantastic. His passing's brilliant. You have to remember as well, with the 5-star weak foot makes all this even better. His dribbling is even better than it looks with the balance because he has his own dribbling animations. He's just so silky on the ball. This card just doesn't have some of the elite physicals and the really topped-up shooting stats. But he also has the outside the foot shot trait, which is really big. His team of the season may be the best card on FIFA. And this gold card is less than 250k on Xbox. I think it's a bit more on PlayStation. But at this price, it's just stupidly good value. He has great links to Mbappe, French league players and Brazilian. I don't get why he's so cheap. Okocha, he's a little bit like a 4-star weak foot Neymar across the board. If you compare the stats, it's pretty similar. Obviously a bit worse finishing. With a Deadeye, it becomes very good. He's pretty cheap. And he has the icon chemistry links if you want to fit anyone in. Shapeshifters Mahrez. This card is an absolute beast. We looked at his 88 yesterday. You could play this card at RAM or Cam. 5-star, 4-star, quick. Again with a Deadeye, maxes out some of that shooting. He's got okay physical. He's starting to get into the okay physicals area. He's really, really good on the ball. Like 140k with some great links. Foot birthday Havertz. I was tempted not to link him, but the price he was at with some cheap Bundesliga players, he's too good not to put in, I think. He's got the 5-star weak foot, very solid shooting. The pace is a bit iffy because of the acceleration, and he's a little bit clunky without great physical. But at his price, with the links that he's got, he's too good not to recommend in my opinion. He's like 140k. With the Bundesliga team here, he might be an option to look at bringing in if you get a few good red picks on Thursday. And then Brandt, another card he can link to. I think this card's pretty good. He just lacks the weak foot, but he's quick, very good shooting, insane passing, good on the ball, and pretty strong. We're looking at the outside cams now. These are guys that I think could play Lam or Ram a little bit, but well, Simon and Douglas Costa I'd put either one. Adama I'd put Lam. Lucas Moore I'd put Ram, and Guillaume I'd put Ram. Douglas Costa, 5-star weak foot, 5-star skills. He can play cam, but he's not the most clinical. He is rapid. Put a dead eye on this card, really juices this card up. He has one of the most powerful shots I've ever seen on the game. It feels like he's going to take the roof of the net off when he's shooting. But like he feels insanely quick in game. He's really good on the ball, and he actually has pretty good physicals for someone who's quite small with that balance. He's really hard to knock off the ball and gets a lot of stupid stuff goes way in game. And has some great links being Brazilian, Juventus, Serie A. Adama, I think Adama's more of an impact sub than a starter in my opinion. I'd be putting a sniper on him if I was to start him, but he's still a good card in game and burns defenders. I just think he's better later on when you bring him off the bench to use his pace. Rapid though, he's about as good as it gets for any cards at this price for pace and physicals. It surprised me how good his cards got this year. Fun card to use as well, and they upgraded his weak foot on this. Lucas Moura, he's the shapeshifter with 4-star, 4-star and left footed. That catches people out a lot of the time. He's still a really good card all round. Pretty good physicals again. Rapid, pretty solid shooting when you put the dead out, and he's fantastic on the ball. And then Guillaume, this card has 3-star weak foot, so you have to play him at Ram in my opinion. But he's got some great stats, great physicals, rapid, really good shot, okay passing, so I'd be putting a dead eye on him. And then he's got insane dribbling. Like, this card's like 70k. It's one of the best value tops cards at the moment. And I think being Brazilian, you can fit him into a team pretty easy. And then Simon, this guy's unreal, man. Under 100k. He has the skill moves, the weak foot, strength, 99 agility, bounce, dribbling, 95 dribbling, very solid shooting with a dead eye. I think shooting with a dead eye goes 99 finish, 99 shot power, and good passing. And he's one of the quickest players in the game. His price under 100k, I don't get why he's that cheap. Again, him and Adama off the bench are absolutely insane. If this video, not many of the players are applicable to you because you've got a better team, Simon as an impact sub could be great for you. Okay, last but not least, the strikers. The most important part of the team. We've got a good variety here for you. We've not got that many great 5-star weak foot strikers at this price range yet. That's where the price, and as we move on in the series, we'll start to notice a lot more. Tevez, 4-star, 4-star. I think partly with Tevez it's just cool because you get to use him. He's not getting any better cards in the future really on foot, I don't think. He's pretty quick, fantastic shot, decent passing, very good on the ball. And he's got that juicy 99 strength and aggression. And he has the finesse shot and outside foot shot trait, which I really like to have at striker. So I think he's a great card. Argentinian, not the hardest to link. And he gives a strong link to Lopez, I think. Yeah, he gives a strong link to Lopez as well, which is really nice. Yeah, it is. So, is it? I'm not sure he does actually. He might. Anyway, Argentinian, it's not going to be too hard to link him into teams anyway. Atal, this guy you could put anywhere. Anywhere other than centre-back, I would recommend this guy. He's like 200k now on Xbox, which is fantastic. Definitely recommend him. 4-star skill moves, 5-star weak foot, rapid, stupidly good shooting for an 86, solid passing, very good dribbling, good defending for a striker in particular, and very good physical. I've played him at CDM, striker, Lam Ram. The guy can do anything. Giovinco. He could link to Gattuso if you wanted a really cheap beast. If you played 4-5-1, you'd get him on full chem straight away. I don't get how Giovinco's got this insane a card. The aggression, the pace, very, very good. If this guy had 5-star weak foot and was Premier League, he'd be a few million. Like, I don't get why this guy's so insanely cheap. It's a crazy, crazy card for the price. 4-star, 4-star. Rapid. He just has everything. Literally the only thing he lacks is 5-star weak foot. Obviously, it's hard to link in. But if you can get him on 8 chem or bring him off the bench, brilliant player. Ben Yedder. He didn't play up front for me this weekend. He played Lamb. And these are still his stats after 88 games. This card's just busted. Ben Yedder's card this year is crazy. His team of the season is going to be one of the best cards in the game. This card with a Hunter has near 99 pace, 99 finish and 96 shot power. This card's got great dribbling. His physicals are starting to get better. And he's got solid passing. In a cheap team, French League, French Links, this guy's unreal. And then last but not least, this Lopez. He's basically a worse version of the Tevez card, but he's under 90k I think at this point. A bit of a blast from the pass back from when he was at Lyon. Still a very good card, just not quite the Tevez card. Boys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. We've had some absolute beasts in this video, man. Some insane cards. Like, I was amazed when I was doing the research for this video, just some of the cards that had crept under the 250k price range. Now more than ever, it's so easy to get a great team. With Ultimate Team of the season coming up, it is a great time to be looking at getting your best team possible. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoy these videos, please let me know. Like, comment, tell me. It lets me know that I'm doing a good job for you guys and putting out the content you want. And please subscribe so you're here every day at 7 PM for new spicy content. Have a great evening, boys. Thank you so much for all the support lately. I love you guys. Have a good one.